Welcome back. All right, so we're going to talk about the career of Paul Stastny. And when I was putting this board together, I thought, I know I've done a video on his dad, Peter Stastny. I don't know if I've done other videos where I've talked about the father and the son in separate career videos. But at any rate, Paul Stastny, a number 44 pick by the Colorado Avalanche in 2005. I'm going to go ahead and say he was a steal at 44th overall. So his brother is Jan Stastny, who had an NHL career, not nearly as long, of course, as Paul, but he was in the NHL. And again, Peter Stastny being your dad, no pressure, just one of the greatest players to ever come out of the Czech Republic. So 06-07, playing for Colorado, he plays it, and I know it was Czechoslovakia at the time he came over. So 06-07, he plays 82 games for Colorado, and he has a great year, 28 goals, 50 assists for 78 points. He was second in Calder, and there was discussions of how big of a star he was going to be. He may have set the bar a little bit too high that first year. 07-08, he plays 66 games for Colorado, 24 goals, 47 assists, 71 points. So he goes above a point per game that year. In the playoffs, 9 games, 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points. 2008-2009, he plays roughly half the year, 45 games, 11 goals, 25 assists, 36 points. So you can see his points per game drops off a bit from where it was the year before, right? Well, the following year he picks it up again. 2009-2010, 81 games, 20 goals, 59 assists, which is 6th overall in the NHL that year, 79 points. In the playoffs, he adds a goal and 4 assists for 5 points in 6 games. So he's back up to around a point per game. 2010-2011, he actually made an All-Star game appearance that year. Plays 74 games that year, 22 goals, 35 assists, 57 points. He was always a very good passer. Always put up very good stats when it came to assists. 2011-2012, 79 games played, 21 goals, 32 assists, 53 points. So he's settled in as a reliable top 6 forward at this point. He's not the point per game player. He's not the mega superstar. And at times he does get criticized. And at times that criticism comes from his dad too. So 2012-2013, he plays 40 games. That's a lockout shortened 48-game season there. 9 goals, 15 assists, 24 points. 2013-2014, and what would be his final year with the Colorado Avalanche, plays 71 games, 25 goals, 35 assists, 60 points. In the playoffs, he adds 5 goals, 5 assists for 10 points in 7 games. So he rounds out his contract that way, and that's a nice way to round out the contract with 10 points in 7 games in the playoffs. And so July the 1st, he signs with Colorado's rival, St. Louis. So he signs there as an unrestricted free agent, and the results out of the gate may not have been what St. Louis had wanted. 74 games, 16 goals, 30 assists, 46 points. So his points totals have dropped off. In the playoffs, he records 1 goal in 6 games. 2015-2016, his numbers actually get a little bit better, even though he plays fewer games. He only plays 64 games, has 10 goals, 39 assists, 49 points. So again, if you look at it from a points per game perspective, his numbers got better. And in the playoffs, pretty good run for St. Louis as they went all the way to the conference final that year, where they lost against San Jose in that conference final. 20 games, 3 goals, 10 assists, 13 points. So that is the longest run he would have, at least the number of games played, if you're looking at a run that way. 2016-2017, 66 games played, 18 goals, 22 assists, 40 points. So now he's reliable at a bit of a lower level than he was in Colorado, but still reliable scoring. You know what you're going to get from him. In the playoffs, 2 goals and an assist for 3 points in 7 games. 2017-2018, plays 63 games in St. Louis, 12 goals, 28 assists, 40 points. Now, he's set to become a UFA that summer. So as a rental, on February 26th, he's traded to Winnipeg for a 2018 first, which is Rasmus Sandin. So that draft pick got moved again after. And a 2020 fourth, as well as Eric Foley. So going to Winnipeg, he plays 19 games, 4 goals, 9 assists, 13 points. In the 2018 playoffs, Winnipeg goes on a bit of a run, and Stastny's a huge part of it. In 17 games, 6 goals, 9 assists, 15 points. That 2018 run was ended by the Las Vegas Golden Knights. And then, it came out he really didn't want to stay in Winnipeg necessarily. He wanted to test the market. He does not test the market for long. On July the 1st, he joins the Vegas Golden Knights. So for 2018-2019, he's a member of the Vegas Golden Knights. Plays 50 games that year, so he misses some games due to injury. 13 goals, 29 assists, 42 points. When he's in the lineup, he's very good. In the playoffs, 7 games, 2 goals, 6 assists, 8 points. So on the Winnipeg team that he plays for in 2018, they get knocked out by Vegas. 2019, of course, that's where Vegas gets upset in the first round by the San Jose Sharks. And, of course, we all remember the major penalty, yada, yada, yada. 2019-2020, plays 71 games, 17 goals, 21 assists, 38 points. In the playoffs, 18 games, 3 goals, 6 assists, 9 points. But there's a problem. So Vegas, they really would like to add more players. They don't have the cap space to do so. So Stastny, mildly surprisingly to me, ends up back in Winnipeg. On October the 9th of 2020, he's traded for a 2022 fourth-round pick and Carl Dahlstrom. This is also known as a cap dump, basically. So he goes to Winnipeg, and in 2020, 2021, back with Winnipeg, plays all 56 games. Remember, that's a shortened year. 13 goals, 16 assists, 29 points. So the production is not, again, it's still not where we would have thought when he started his career out, but it's decent in the playoffs, a goal and an assist, 2 points in 6 games. 2021, 2022, he had a bit of a bounce-back year with the Winnipeg Jets that year. 71 games, 21 goals, 24 assists, 45 points. And then the question was, so is he going to return to Winnipeg? And on August the 23rd of that summer, the answer became no when he signed as an unrestricted free agent with the Carolina Hurricanes. So Stastny was a free agent for a while. When it is 17 years since your draft year, it's understandable that players end up sitting out a little bit. Waiting a little bit longer. In his case, it was late in the summer, and in some players' cases, it's during the following season. So last year for Carolina, he played 73 games, 9 goals, 13 assists, 22 points. In the playoffs, he plays 15 games and records 4 goals. So he gets to the conference final with Carolina. He gets to the conference final with the Vegas Golden Knights. Gets to the conference final with the Winnipeg Jets. As well as with St. Louis. Does not have a Stanley Cup final appearance, nor did he have a Stanley Cup win. But you know what? He does have an Olympic silver in 2010 for Team USA. And 2013, he had a bronze at the World Championship. Plus, he did play 1,145 games in the NHL. Ends up with 293 goals, so sadly doesn't get 300 goals. 529 assists, 822 points, which is not too shabby. In the playoffs, 118 games played, 30 goals, 43 assists, 73 points. So it's a career that likely won't lead to a jersey retirement at some point. Probably not going to be in the Hall of Fame, but still a very solid career in his own right. And all the best to Paul Stastny in retirement. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.